Who needs enemies when you have friends like these? Hey y'all, my name is Jenny and welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to kind of unveil a new series called Juicy Journals. Yay! And this series is going to be focusing on me analyzing platonic friendships and relationships throughout some of our favorite shows like Girlfriends, Sex and the City. And if you've been on my channel before, I've already started doing something similar. And if you like that kind of thing, I'm going to be leaving some links in the description box below. So while I'm chatting with you all about these things, I'm going to be doing my hair, my makeup, because I want it to feel inviting, like we're girlfriends just chatting it up. And of course, I want this to have a little learning lesson to it, because what's the point of journaling if we're not seeing how far we've come and if we're not learning lessons? So welcome to my new series, Juicy Journals. So today's episode is really going to be all about Sex and the City and some toxic things and some friendship red flags between those girls. While I do some facial hair removal. I bought this from Flamingo and it's been really good. So I'm like, let me go ahead and do it. And I really like this little applicator thing here. Back in the day, I did laser hair removal, but the hair started to grow back a little bit, but not as bad as it was before. So some improvement. So I'm reading the instructions. Of course, it's saying something about a spot test, but I've used this before and it's fine. So today I'm going to talk about 7 friendship red flags in Sex and the City while I do this little hair removal thing. Okay, and also I should be clear that this kind of little review will be for episodes, well, season 1 and like a little bit into season 2. So season 1, episode 1 really starts off with Carrie meeting Skipper, who she probably thinks, well, who she kind of thinks is a loser, and setting up Miranda with him because she thought it was funny. She thought it was funny. She knew Miranda would hate him. And I'm like, as a friend, why would you set your friend up with someone you knew or think they might hate because you thought it was funny and because Skipper was asking for a date? I felt like that was kind of weird. You're setting up your friend and you didn't even kind of give her a heads up, like, oh, you know, I'm just trying to, you know, whatever, you know, like give your friends a heads up if you're going to set them up and it's not going to be that serious. It's a little mean for your friend and kind of Skipper too. You're setting them both up for failure. And throughout this season, you kind of notice this theme with Skipper, like, of course it doesn't work out. Miranda is kind of like chewing this guy, like eating him for lunch. What is that saying? I don't know, chewing him up and spitting him out, something like that. Anyway, she is like having Skipper for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. And Skipper is like head over heels in love. And throughout the season, you kind of see Carrie letting Carrie letting Skipper use her phone to call Miranda, even though Miranda didn't want to speak with him anymore. And it was just unhealthy. Like, I think Skipper was ready to drink Miranda's bathwater. Like, he was obsessed with her. And Carrie was allowing him to be, which was so weird. Like, if you know, and I think even Carrie, and even Miranda at some point kind of let her know, like, you know, Skipper, not my favorite, not my cup of tea. But Carrie kept pushing through and trying to set them together up, which I thought was weird. Carrie's like, oh, I need to rescue Skipper. But you're the one that put him in that predicament knowing Miranda wouldn't like him. Duh, hello? Anybody home? Another time is when Carrie said that Samantha had a diluted self-esteem or something like that. Like, excuse me? Excuse me? Should I have a weak self-esteem? I don't get it. Like, excuse me? It was really weird. Carrie was like a hater. Like, I did in another video and I talked about how Carrie hated Charlotte. But Carrie kind of hated Samantha too. I think somebody left in my comments like how Carrie was afraid of Samantha's confidence, and I kind of agree with that. And there was a cartoon I remember seeing growing up that said, in a male-dominated power structure, she needs to eat, breathe, and leave self-esteem. Something like that. I love that quote, and I think it's important. Yeah, Samantha has a big head. She should. She's working in a male-dominated field. She needs to have something. Anyway, I need to watch out. Okay. I think I can only leave this on for 5 to 10 minutes, so I need to put a timer. Like, I was starting to get a little crazy here and forgetting. I just kept rubbing it in, but I wanted to make sure I got it everywhere. And I love this applicator, like no need to get your hand messy. Instead to apply a thick layer, which I'm doing right here. I just want to make sure I get every crevice every crevice. Like no hair will be left untouched. I prefer this to shaving because I end up cutting myself. Have you guys ever used this? What do you think? Let me know. This is the box. It also comes with something. What is this? A calming serum, but I also had purchased the post shaving serum, so I'll use both of them because I need all the soothing I can get after that. It doesn't smell bad at all compared to other ones I've used, so I kind of like it. Another friendship red flag I noticed was when all the ladies were going around the table talking about the things they hated about themselves, and Samantha was like, I actually love the way I look. I have nothing that I hate about myself. You can guess where that's going with the other ladies. Once she said that, when she was confident. Miranda started being a hater, talking about, well, you're paying for it, you better like it. Well, she didn't say all that, but I added a little sauce to it, and that's okay. But she was being a little hater. Charlotte did come to Samantha's defense a little bit, so that was a little cute. But my whole thing in this whole situation is, why would a friend come for another friend? Like, if she loves the way she looks, even if she's paying for it, whatever she's doing to herself to get it to be that way, be happy for her. Like, be happy that she's loving herself. Be happy she's happy with her self-esteem. Like, I just feel like that's weird to kind of come down on your friend about that. Like, who needs enemies when you have friends like these? A lot of red flags. And back to Skipper again. Another red flag. You're giving Skipper advice about Miranda when Miranda wanted nothing to do with him. Like, he literally, like, Carrie was literally helping him be extremely delusional about the situation. Like, he was becoming extremely delusional. Like, it was so weird. Like, I was uncomfortable. I'm like, this is a situation where you get like a stalker. Like, this is a complete stalker situation. Like, I just feel like that's so weird. Like, that's not something you do to your friend, someone you say you care about. Like, why would you kind of set them up in that way? This is the slick salve. Every time Skipper's coming over, instead of like saying respect her boundaries, she's over there loading up batteries in his back, putting the battery in his back, making him more delusional, going along with his delusions, making him want her more. Like, stop putting the battery in his back. Miranda is your friend, not Skipper. Well, your girlfriend anyway. And then while she was stringing him along to Miranda, she was feeling bad for him. Like, be honest with your friend. Like, say, hey, she's not interested. Respect her boundary. Like, at what point do you stop? Like, it felt like it went on for the whole first season. Like, it was draining me. Like, I'm like, okay, enough. When are you gonna stop this? Season 1, episode 12. This is when Miranda was dating the church guy, and he kept showering after, you know, they had sexual intercourse, kind of a way to cleanse himself. When she finally kind of broke down and asked him, like, what are you doing? Why do you keep showering? Like, this is uncomfortable. Like, I'm feeling weird. Like, why do you keep showering after we have an encounter? Miranda ends up projecting her relationship troubles into Carrie's relationship with Big. You know how Big was going to church with his mom and all of that, like, and didn't invite Carrie to meet his mom. A whole mess. Miranda was just like really projecting there, and it really begs the question, like, can your friend give you advice about something similar they're going through that's going negative for them? Like, can they give you sound advice? Should they give sound advice? Should they be able to remove themselves from the situation to give you sound advice? Let me know in the comments. What do you think? Like, should friends be able to say, oh, I'm not the right person to give you advice today? Or, oh, can I think about it and come back to you later? Because sometimes you end up kind of giving wrong advice based on how terrible or great your situation is going. Season 2, episode 3. This is when Carrie and Miranda kind of go on a double date. Carrie has like this non-boyfriend situation, and she invites Miranda out with the non-boyfriend's friend, and things are going well, and then kind of fast forward, the guy ends up, you know, being like this big Manhattan lover, I guess. He doesn't believe in leaving Manhattan to go anywhere, and Miranda didn't like that, and I'm a big proponent to that. If there's a boundary you don't want to cross, don't cross that boundary. That's okay. You don't have to cross your boundary for a certain someone if you don't want to. Do you? You know, things kind of go back and forth, and Miranda at this point is ready to leave, but Carrie is not. But Miranda pulls out their code word, I have to go feed my cat. Carrie on the hand's like, I'm having a great time with my date. Like, please don't leave. Wait. Miranda's like, I have to feed my cat. But then Carrie does a very mean thing. She goes and says, I thought we already fed your cat. And it's like, hold on, what's the point of a safe word if you're gonna go around me? Like, that's so weird. Even if you don't understand why I'm pulling out the safe word is the safe word. It is what it is. Don't try to push back on me because you're okay with your date. Like, I want to leave. If you want to stay, stay. At the end of the day, she didn't say, oh, my mother's in the hospital. That's not the safe word. The safe word is, I have to go feed my cat. So let her go feed her cat and you continue on with your date. If the guy agrees to stay, I don't know. What do you guys think? Let me know in the comments. Am I doing too much? Am I overthinking it? Like, what do you think? This is honestly a pattern to look out for. A friend that is consistently reneging on safe words. It happens once or twice, okay, but if it happens several times, then that becomes an even bigger red flag. And the last one is around, again, season 2, episode 6, when Carrie was ditching her friends to go hang out with Big after they had broken up. And I say this is a red flag because if it's consistently happening, if it's happening all the time, like your friends keep canceling on you, you get to the event together, they leave you alone, you know, if they keep doing that over a pattern of time, then that's like a little concerning. Like, I thought we were friends. Like, if you don't want to hang out, if you want to hang out with your dude, go ahead. If you want to hang out with your friend, go ahead. But don't make plans with me, have me come out the house, and then all of a sudden you have to leave because of your man that you want to secretly date. Secretly date him, no problem, but make dates for when we don't have our plans together. Like, I feel like that's just respectful of your friend's time. I don't know. Sue me. Oh my god, I have like 6 seconds. So let me go rinse this off my face. It's been 10 minutes. Okay, so I'm back. I think the facial hair removal was pretty good. Not gonna lie, I did tingle just a little bit, but it got the job done. I got everything off my face. So now I'm just gonna apply the calming serum. It comes in the box, but like I said, I also got this big one for when this finishes because this is obviously super small. So yeah. Now that I've done the episode about friendship red flags, this is as it relates to season 1 and 2, well, really just the beginning of season 2, and I wanted to keep it brief. I didn't want to make it too long. If you want me to analyze season later on in season 2 on forward, let me know. I would love to. I also plan on doing friendship green flags, so let me know if you want to see that as well, and I will gladly do it. While it's important to notice friendship red flags, I think it's also important to notice, you know, friendship green flags when we get it right, because we're all humans and we make mistakes. Like, we're not perfect friends. This is just analytical fun, and please also remember that I'm talking about the characters that they play and not the real life people. I don't know them. I only know what I've watched in Sex and the City. So like I said, please comment below. I would love to hear your opinions. What do you think about what I said? Am I doing too much, or is this exaggerated, or do you think like, yeah girl, you have a point? Let me know in the comments. Thank you all so much for watching, and I look forward to chatting with you all in the comments. Have a great rest of your day. Bye.